am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. I have an exciting thing. So in 2020, Yelp, a platform where I write reviews and publish pictures that I take, and pictures, I write and publish reviews and take and publish pictures. Is that the right way to phrase it? And there's other things you can do on the platform too, like check in and send messages to people and do compliments and vote on reviews and stuff like that. And I might have a couple pictures that I did not take that I have like for profile pictures, or like if I'm in it from like a sporting competition kind of thing. So thinking of it. And I'm getting technical because this is an award and it's an / honor. And so I'll link to my awards and honors playlist in the video description, as well as my writing playlist. Because at the end of the day, we're evaluated on the number of reviews and other stuff, but reviews are kind of the key here. And and I'll link to my video that I made when I made the list in 2020. So it was the 50 most prolific elites on Yelp. And that one was across North America, and I was number 29. And so that one I filmed 18 December 2020 and published the same day. And so this year they published a list again, Yelp, they being Yelp, the platform I use. And they published it in the past approximately, 2-ish hours. And I received a message today before the blog article on their blog went live, being like, congratulations on making a list. Here's the link to the article when it comes live, but just so I knew. But I didn't know, right? And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll get to see what my number is. So my number this year is number 43, and it's the most 50 prolific elites. Again, it's only for this year, 2023. And this time there are awardees in North America and Asia. So we went from like, what was that? 400 to 500 million pool size, so to speak, in 2020 to a pool size of 3 to 4 billion people. It was a different year. And so this marks the second time I've made any of these Yelp Most Prolific Elites lists. So North America 2020 and North America and Asia 2023. And so I made after first making the list in 2020, which was the inaugural list per the article, and I'll put the article, link to the article URL / link in the video description. And they counted reviews from 1 January 2023 through 30 December 2023 inclusive. So that for me is 42 reviews and 1 review update. So 43 total, but 42 like business place specific reviews. So it was over 400. And in 2020, my number was 290 something. So I wrote over 100 more and ranked 14 places lower. So this shows you how much it wasn't more competitive in a different way this year, kind of thing. And I'm there's not necessarily a lot of repeaters. So not necessarily a lot of people who've made the list in 2020 or 2021 made it again in 2023. And they didn't have the list in 2022. So they've done it 2020, 2021, 2023, and I made it 2020 and 2023. And let's see, I'm similar to 2020. I was the only Yelp Elite based in Washington State, United States of America, to make the list, both that year and this year. In 2021, there was a different person. A Tammy, not a Tanis, a Tammy, based in Woodinville, Washington State. And so there we go. And so the article is publication date today, 11 December 2023, by Sarah Crawford. And so it says a little bit about the history of it, and like that it was introduced in 2020 and 2021. And it shows a little bit about that and talks about, writing, photography, local adventures, supporting businesses, local, and they're just, local adventures, businesses and stuff. And then it lists the 50 people, and they have links where you can actually press on the link and go to the person's profile, like mine. And what I'm going to read, so I did not write this, so this is the Sarah Crawford article. Methodology. So to determine this list, Yelp's data science team pulled the rankings of the most active elites worldwide. Oh, it is the worldwide list. From 1 January 2023 to 30 November 2023, with a primary focus on reviews, but also considering photos and other activity. In addition, all of these elites have that je ne sais quoi that makes them shining examples of what it means to be a member of the Yelp Elite Squad. Oh, thank you. So it is worldwide. Okay, so a potential pool size of over 8 billion people. So it was, yeah, it was big. That's, yeah. And the guy number 34, Toshimun K, based in Hirakata, Japan, has a YouTube channel, and I'll do a mention in the video description. He actually, so we're friends on Yelp, and he added me as or asked to be friends on Yelp after I published my video on YouTube, with being ranked number 29. So I actually got him because of what I did on YouTube. Or that when he asked to add me as like a friend, it referenced my YouTube stuff, coverage of Yelp. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I subscribed to his channel. I think it's a he. But yeah, I subscribed to their channel. And so, yeah. So that's pretty cool. So it is worldwide. Okay, worldwide. Per their methodology, they say worldwide. I might keep it North America and Asia though, for the purpose of this video, so I don't run into any copyright. I don't want it to sound like I'm like exactly Yelp. I believe them and I trust them. There are a lot of really big Yelpers in Europe though, so that's why I'm hesitant. So I'm gonna go, okay, I'm gonna title it North America and Asia for the purpose of this video, but it was based on worldwide. And it was based on worldwide. I'm looking at the awardees, so I'm doing North America and Asia. Okay, it's broader in scope than I am marketing it, but for my purposes, I'm just gonna say that. Sometimes there's slight variations in how I cover my awards and honors. For that reason is I don't want me to end up like introducing some security hole that was not anticipated by, like, I don't know. So yeah, and you know, so my approach this year, it's been a push. Every single one of those reviews has been a push. And I've been like, yeah. I'm not done. I have stuff I still want to review through the end of the year. So there will be a little bit of, I guess, a difference between this video and then like my year summary. Depending, yeah, whenever that comes out. Sometimes I delay in making those year summary reviews, right? We shall see what it ends up being. Anything of note, the push towards the end kind of came from the Hungarian footballers and Dominik Szoboszlai. If I wanted to be higher on this list moving forward, it would be cool to do some stuff with my Dominik Szoboszlai in person. All right, and Adam Lang and Kyle Chalmers, stuff like, do pictures of that, go to some of the Yelp functions and take them with me. I would very much love that. You know, thinking forward and a life together, not losing the Yelp, so keeping the Yelp, even if I take a hiatus in my YouTubing, like producing new videos. Do Yelp, I think that'd be really cool, especially if I was doing writing biographies, autobiographies, running, and like modeling. Even if whichever one of those takes up the most of my time varies, which I would guess it would. Think of it kind of thing, with nothing to be forgotten. Each one at any point occupies at least 1/8 of my time, but it can fluctuate as to how much of the 1/8 of my time they can take up. What would that be? Up to 6/8 of my time and as little as 1/8 of my time. Especially if I'm like modeling as like me being on the arm of my Dominik Szoboszlai at functions or something, like if that's my contract. It would be so freaking cool to do Yelp and do that. Or if I'm like doing a bunch of like auditions, so to speak, for modeling, and it's like I'm all across town and going to a bunch of different places. How cool would it be to do Yelp as I'm doing that? Or like, you know, do the work week and then write reviews on the weekend, or so, like, I don't know, something like that. Or have there be a delay, but like still cover it as close to at the time as I can without like interfering with my life. It'd be so cool. And especially with like biographies. What if my biography and I meet in person and we go to different places, even if it's just like talking through like how we want to write a certain thing or topics, and like, or exploring things, or going to places I've been or that they've been, or like stuff like that. It'd be so cool to keep up with Yelp. Like, I don't think I could do that adequately in YouTubing. Per my current approach, so why not start with something that I'm better at, so to speak, at least in terms of like worldwide rankings. I'm definitely not the top 50 in YouTube this year. What would it be to be the top 50? At least 100 million, not 100 million, at least 1 million new subscribers. January through November 2023, at least 1 million new subscribers. I don't even know if that would be top 50, kind of thing. So, right, I'm prolific on a different platform, but not necessarily this platform. But so yeah, thinking through like moving forward, it would be very cool to stick with Yelp. But it also then, if I end up, and the nature of how I stick with Yelp might change, right? I might, if I hunker down in an area, and I have most of the places reviewed, there might not be a whole bunch of reviews, but there might be pictures. And if I max out on like, I don't want to keep posting new pictures, then check-ins. And if I'm like, I'm just going to take a little bit of break, then take a little bit of break. But that's one that I think I'm much better. I think I would excel better, do better, actually documenting my life kind of at the time in a really high-paced life, with my soulmate and or soulmates. Keeping up with Yelp than something like YouTube. But my YouTube could benefit down the road from actually trying to figure that out on Yelp at the time. Right, because I've Yelped while I've had a high-paced life, but I haven't done like at the quantity that I do now. So that actually would require me working through to get right. Yeah. So that's a bit about the award in honor. It's a pretty big deal. This is very fresh. I mentioned on this channel yesterday, I didn't know if they were making the list, and if they made the list, I didn't know if I was on the list. And you know, what was it? Approximately, less than 24 hours later, approximately. We'll just say approximately 24 hours later. Do I want to look up the timestamp? Yes. Everybody says. Well, not everybody, but when did I film the video yesterday? So, no, it is less than 24 hours later. Here I am. Yep, turns out there is a list this year, and yep, it is. I am on this list. And it's pretty cool that the number is 43. That's the number of consecutive days I did running training, 2 or more workouts per day, 7 days a week, no days off, earlier this year, or during this, no, because it stretched into December. But it was like, 43 means something for the physical running training, but also I wrote reviews for places I've run in the past and competed in the past and stuff. And so it was like, 43 might be a number of importance in my running career. There we go. Happy 2023. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. Thank you for viewing this whenever you're viewing this, and happy place of viewing wherever you're viewing this from.